Oh god,
Big old Texas boy. Where are you from?
I'm from Alabama.
I thought you were from Texas.
What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Shadow, your director of esports for Valkyrie, and your host of the Achieving Valhalla series. With me today, I have a very, very special guest, one of our other Apex players, Mr. Unknown Crimz. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing fan-freaking-tastic, man. How are you?
Man, I am doing phenomenal, bro. I am happy to have you aboard. Just introduce yourself, what you do for the team, and we'll go from there.
Hi, I'm Unknown Crimz. My name's Riley. I am the IGL of the team. So I'm the brains of the operation. You know, we lack that on the team, so I have to do all of it, you know. So that's just what I do. I IGL, that's pretty much it. I wrangle the dogs, otherwise known as my teammates.
Crimz, if you're the brains of the operation, we may be in some tough
No, we're in trouble, man. We're definitely in trouble.
I've seen how you spell Valkyrie. I don't know if we want to get into that now.
Hey, man, I got a little note on top of my monitor that says it. I got it. It's good.
No, you do not.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
Yeah, that's bad, bro. Anyways, Crimz, so like you said, you were the IGL. So what got you into Apex to begin with? I know Dion said he got you into competitive Apex. So how did that come around becoming a thing?
So for starters, no. I played competitive before I met Dion.
Okay.
So way back in the day when the game first came around, I was on console like most people. And so I switched over to PC back in like 20... So let's just shoot for 2020, 2019, somewhere around there.
Okay.
So I switched over to PC, and I played for a while, and then I met some boys, and there was the scrim scene had just started for most of everybody, like the competitive scene had just started up. And I kind of dabbled in it, really. I wasn't really doing much. I played for a couple teams here and there, but I wasn't really into it. And then, like, I want to say about last year, I got into it pretty heavy. I joined a couple teams, was bouncing around teams for the most part, wasn't really staying anywhere. Mostly because we just weren't doing what a lot of people weren't committed, like I wanted to be committed. So I joined a couple teams, I made quarters a bunch, and then towards the last CC that I played in before I started playing with Dion, I decided, and if you're new to Apex, it's the Challenger Circuit, it's how you qualify into Pro League. We made quarters, and it was like this huge argument about what happened, and me and my teammates decided to part ways and stuff, so I decided to go ahead and take a break from comp. So I was a free agent there for a while, so I went ahead and I played in a solo queue league called the Crucible. It's like, so they had two, there's two levels to the Crucible. There was Realm, which were where all your pro players were, and all your predators, like the best players in the world, and you had to be a predator or on a pro team to get into Realm. So I didn't have those credentials yet, so I decided to, I was a step underneath that, and it was the Crucible. There was like 500 players in it, and you had to be masters. So there was a large group of good players, and I think I ended up like 15th over the whole split. Over the whole thing, I ended up like number 15th or something out of everybody. So, and I'm on mouse and key, so that was a big achievement, and I was playing a support character. So those added together were put a lot of people on the edge of their seats, because one, I'm on mouse and key, which if you play Apex, you know that roller has a little bit of an advantage towards the side of gaming. Mechanical side, roller's got a little bit of an edge. And then on top of that, I was playing a support character where normally you don't frag out on. And so during that period, it was I had done extremely well for myself. And I had met Dion in one of my Crucible games, because the Crucible was set up to where you would join a Discord call, and then they had a bot that would move you into teams of 3 and give you a slot assignment, and then you'd play a game with 2 random people, essentially, and then you'd play that game out, and then they'd give you points on how you did, your kills, where you ranked, stuff like that. They'd get added to your MMR, and then the very next game, you'd get 2 more people. So it was just this random solo queue league that they had done, and I had met Dion in one of the games, and we'd won it. I'd IGL'd Dion to a victory, so we won our game, and then we went on to the just the next game. And then like a couple games later, I met up with Dion again, and it was his last game to qualify into the last tournament, and we threw it. So that's how I know Dion is throwing his game, so he didn't qualify into making the tournament. So,
Oh my goodness.
So, but I ended up top 15th, and then during that time period, I had taken a break from Apex, mainly because I was just kind of fed up with how the scene was going. I mean, there wasn't a lot of free agents. It was hard to make a team, and then on top of that, my uncle, my dad's brother-in-law, my aunt's husband had gotten cancer, so I had to move to New Mexico and work for the family business. And unfortunately, we were racing racehorses, so essentially I didn't have the time to be able to play anymore. So I had to take this long break from Apex. And then I came back again, got back into the comp scene, and then a few months later, Dion kind of hit me up and was like, hey, you want to come back and play with me? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? Because I'd come back and I'd played a little bit, and then I'd taken a break, and then I'd come back again because I was just tired of like the people that I was interacting with. Like, a lot of them were not very nice people. And then Dion reached out to me, and he's like, hey, I kind of want to try you out for my IGL. And I was like, yeah, sure, man, I'll come back and I'll play with you. And then after that, I guess we kind of got signed by a different org by the name of Primal Instinct, and then they had a falling out. The whole org collapsed around us. So unfortunately, we had to look for a new home, and then that's how Valkyrie found us. Like little lost puppies on the side of the street, picked us up, and now we're just, yappy mutts. And they got us around.
So, obviously you just went through your whole story of how up to your career at this point. So, what is your goals for your Apex career?
I mean, obviously everybody's here for Pro League, right? Like, land, walk out on the big stage, kill TSM, flex on them, the usual. Just what every young boy in his bedroom wants to do. But I mean, I think our main goal is Pro League, but we got a long road ahead of us, and we just got to keep grinding at it, and eventually I think we'll make it. We just got to keep up with the hard work, and sooner or later we'll be there. No questions asked.
Right, I understand. Now, obviously, competing, it can take a toll on some people. Sometimes you need to do something else other than just play the game constantly. So what's something you do, like on the side that you do to like take a break from the game, relax, have a good time, maybe play with some of your other friends that don't really compete? What's some things you like to do?
I game in my spare time on top of competing. So, but like, of course, I touch in different, like I play some games that are just fun to me. Like I play a little bit of CS:GO here and there, and then I'll play, of course. Normally, recently I've been on the Lethal Company grind, and I've been having too much fun in that game, honestly. The other day we were in there's an emote where you can point at somebody. So we were in the middle of POQs the other day, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I was as cool as this guy. And I click like the emo button for Lethal Company. I'm like, oh my god, I've been playing too much of that game. I'm trying to point at Dion in Apex Legends, and I was just like, oh no, man, I gotta take a little bit of a break from that game. I'm trying to emo in Apex Legends. But no, yeah, I play a little bit on the side, and then of course I watch some movies and a little bit of anime here and there, just casually. Okay. I'm not like a weirdo, but I like the art style, so I enjoy it.
Gotcha. Well, what's your favorite anime so far that you've seen?
Right now, I've been touching on Goblin Slayer a little bit. It is an adult. Okay. It's on the adult side of anime, so if you're under the age of 18, do not open Goblin Slayer. It's not for you. If you're a little bit older, then yeah, of course. Demon Slayer's gas. Everybody loves Demon Slayer. If you haven't seen Tower of God, I recommend Tower of God. One of the biggest plot twists I've ever seen. I love that anime. It's great. But yeah, I just dabble here and there. Don't get too much into it, but just have a good time. That was the arm of my chair.
He just picked it up. So obviously you say you're the IGL, and you're one of the few people I've seen as an IGL that you do have, and don't take this wrong way, you do have like a higher pitched voice when you talk. Yeah. Especially when you like screaming call outs and stuff. And watching some of your other streams where you play like the horror games and everything, you see when you scream and you scream. So where does that like intensity come from? Like, where does like the passion intensity come from? Is that anything from your background? Or is that just
No,
that's
it's actually quite strange because I mean I'm kind of a talkative person in my real life, but I'm not outgoing,
Mhm.
which is strange. Like I'm a different person in real life than I am on the game. Like some of the stuff that I like say to these guys, I'm like, that was the dumbest thing I've seen you do all night. Like I would never say that to somebody like in my real life. Grandma, don't call me. I don't know. It's like an alter ego almost. So it's different. It's nice to just like be myself on the games. You know, I
right?
can have fun. I can do what I want, and I don't get like judged almost. Like I have a little bit of social anxiety in my in real life. So like
Hmm.
I'm not as outspoken or like as energetic as I am. So it's just like the days of energy just kind of hits me. I also have ADHD on top of that. So it's like it's just wild, man. It's wild. Like it all comes out for my day. So I just have a good time with it. Got the boys a little bit. Have a good time.
Obviously, y'all recently joined about a month ago, give or take now. And y'all have done really well under the Valkyrie brand. In your opinion, what's it been like to play under a brand like Valkyrie and or not Valkyrie and stuff? Do people like, oh, Valkyrie's a good brand? Like what do people say about y'all being under us in the scene?
As far
If
as that
anything.
goes, we've bounced from a couple of orgs, so most people are just like, why'd you leave the last one, right? Like, they don't really understand a lot of the stuff we go through
Mm-hmm.
as far as, like, just trying to make it in the scene. Like, there for a while, we were under Primal Instinct, and no hate on Primal, but, like, it was, like, almost a fight to just get it, like, get some stuff, you know what I mean? Like, when we came out and we, like, we want something, right? Like, we want,
Mm-hmm.
like, anything, right? Like, at points, because it's just hard to do. Like we know, like as far as the scene goes in Apex, it's kind of it's a really how do I put this, like it's not like the best scene esport wise to be in,
Mm-hmm.
because the everything around the whole pro league's pretty hard to get into. On top of that, there's no tier 2 like you would have in CS:GO or Valorant. Like we're coming from the depths trying to make it onto the main stage, and it's very difficult. So you don't see a lot of like the org side of everything, but like it's like as far as we've been at Valkyrie, we've actually seen some like love, which is actually nice. Because most of the time, when you join an org for Apex, it's like, okay, you guys go make us money so we can buy a new team for COD. Like and that's kind of how it's been so far. It's been pretty rough, just getting like the love or like any appreciation at all from the org that we've been in. And Primal was better at it than most places have been, but it's like it's always been like a fight for anything, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
fight for merch, a fight for attention from the CEOs. Like it's a fight for just like Twitter posts, like just contract deals in general, them to put in effort to help us find scrims and tourneys and everything. And it's just, and that's kind of why we've kind of become a little bit been able to do it on our own too. But it's like, it's nice to finally have like somewhere where it's like, they're like, oh, you guys are in Valkyrie, like that's where so and so used to play, that's where so and so used to play. They like it, it's good, it's nice, and it's like, okay, we're wearing like nice things, we're getting some love. We got like a nice org above our head that's like bigger than us, which is normally the flip side where we're bigger than the org, and it's like, oh my heck, like what do we, like normally it's like, what do we get out of the org, when here it's like, oh, we're actually getting something, like we're actually being appreciated, we're being put on Twitter, where our clips are being shown. Like these guys actually care about us as a team and not just picking us up as like a pet project, which is really nice. And as far as other people say, they're like, oh, what do you guys get? We don't tell them because we can't, but they understand that they're like, oh, they can see that it's more professional than like some of the orgs that most of us tier 2 players have been associated with, which is nice. And you guys have been around longer, so it just adds to like it makes it look better, which is nice. It makes us look more professional, which is always good.
Talk about that. Now let's go back to competitive Apex. Who is your maybe competitive Apex idol?
Dude, this is gonna come controversial because I've had some controversial takes. So this is a controversial text.
Oh god.
Reps is the greatest M&K player in the scene, and people hate that statement. But dude, the guy's like Scottie Pippen to Michael Jordan. honestly, he's won 3 He's won 3 lands. He's the MK player with the most land wins. That's where you just end the conversation. If I could be a reps, I'd be happy. He's won 3 lands. I mean, the guy's a down-to-earth guy. You never see him in the media in a negative aspect. The guy's a great dude. Mm-hmm. He's won 3 lands. He's on the greatest Apex team in the scene right now. Mm-hmm. He won a LAN with 3 M&K players, which hasn't been rare. Seen since. I think that's the first and only time a 3 M&K team has won LAN. Mm-hmm. So I just got to give respect to him, and I think if I could play like him and be as successful as him, you can't get much higher than that. So he's my idol as far as that goes, as reps.
Oh, I have 2 words I want you to spell, and no matter what happens, we're still going to love you. But I'm putting you on the spot. I want you to spell 2 words, okay? I ain't gonna tell you if it's right or wrong. I'm just gonna let you spell it out. We're just gonna keep moving forward, and you'll find out in post-production.
Dude, I knew I should have put this in my contract. No spelling bees. I knew it. I knew it, man.
Well,
I'm ready
for the next 5 months. It's gonna be random spelling bees because we're gonna make you a smart boy.
I'm ready, man.
All right, here we go.
Let me clarify something. I am a math guy. I'm a math guy. I'm good at math. I enjoy math. I'm good at science. I enjoy science. I just can't spell very well.
Okay, well, it's okay because we're gonna learn how to spell while you're in Valkyrie. Okay, here we go. The 2 words are actually the title of our show. It's Achieving Valhalla. So you can spell achieving first and then Valhalla, or you can do going in.
Okay, man. Okay, let's lock it in. Let's start with achieving, man.
Okay. Hit me with it.
A. C. H. E. I. V. I-N-G.
Okay.
Is that right?
No. I'm not gonna tell you. You're gonna find out in post production. Okay, now spell Valhalla.
What do you mean, man?
Well, you'll find out.
Valhalla is easy. Valhalla is easy. Ready? Valhalla. Valhalla.
Okay. That's all we had to do. I was just gonna put you on the spot. Now next time I may just come and just, give you the most.
I'm a genius. You don't understand. I'm a big-brained boy.
Oh, you know what? Spell rhinoceros.
What, Grandma?
Okay, before we end it, Crimz, you get 1 question since I gave Dion a question. So what is your question, show?
Let me pull up my notes, man.
Okay.
Tell me why I'm the most handsome man you've ever seen in your life.
God almighty. I wasn't expecting that one. I was coming off guard. Okay. So I have to tell you why I think you're the most handsome man I've ever seen. I said you get more like a Tom Holland vibe, low key.
Okay, Spider-Man. Okay.
Yeah,
I think I'm more like an Andrew Garfield, but I'll take Tom Holland.
You're like a good mix between the 2. Yeah. I can see that. So that's going to end our video, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Very fun episode. And I'm ready to see what the Apex roster does for us in the future. Do you have anything to say to everybody?
I'm ready, man. That's all I gotta say. Root on us. We'll be going hard. We're working hard behind the scenes. So, of course, keep us in your books. Keep us in the betting books, man.
Okay.
We're an underdog, but we're coming.
Alrighty, well, I love to hear that. But anyways, to all of our amazing fans, thank you for tuning in. I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see y'all on the next episode. See ya.
Goodbye.